What is up, you guys? Kakapusukasa here, coming at you with a deck profile again. This time for the Odd Eyes Magician deck that I have been promising a lot of people that I get around to doing. So getting straight underway, this deck is fast, it's powerful, it can synchro, it can Xyz, it can fusion, it can pendulum, it can do so many things, and it's just a really fun deck to play. We play triple Dragon Pit Magician and triple Dragon Vein Magician. These guys both make excellent cards to set your pendulum scale with, being generic 1 and 8. You can go into basically any of your cards in the deck then. We play one Odd Eyes Saber Dragon. This card, I don't want to say controversial, but I don't see a lot of people playing it. Basically, I think if you don't play the other Odd Eyes cards aside from Pendulum Dragon in the main deck, you only have 3 Odd Eyes cards in the main deck, and that's all well and good. Especially with how well it can be searched out now and that. But at the same time, you know, things do happen, bottomless warnings, and you do kind of... I don't want to say it can completely ruin your deck if those Odd Eyes, you know, if you lose them, but it can hurt a little bit. And I just think that playing Saber Dragon and regular Odd Eyes Dragon is pretty good, and they don't... like, their effects aren't terrible. I'd say if you were playing some deck that wasn't pendulum-focused Odd Eyes, I wouldn't play these at all. But in this build, I think they're okay, and I preferred using them for Xyz material over Odd Eyes because I don't want Odd Eyes going to the graveyard if possible. Triple Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, that doesn't need an explanation. Odd Eyes Dragon at 1, I just sort of went over that with Saber Dragon and my reasons for playing that, so I'm not really going to say too much about that there. Triple Antithesis Magician. It's level 7, so it can be used as Xyz material to go into rank 7s. It has a low scale of 3, which is pretty good. You could probably cut it down to 2 if you want, but I like 3 for this. We play double Mammoth Splash. Mammoth Splash is really good. Its monster effective, you can fusion summon a dragon-type fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as fusion materials. So it's basically its own little fusion there. And its pendulum effect is when a fusion monster is special summoned to your side of the field, and you can summon a face-up Odd Eyes pendulum monster from your extra deck. Scale 4, can't complain. Entomate Skullcrobat Joker. It's basically your Stratos of the deck. When it's normal summoned, you can add from your deck to your hand a Entomate monster except Skullcrobat Joker, a Magician Pendulum monster, or an Odd Eyes monster. You can't really, you know, complain too much about that. It lets you search any of those cards that you need. It's scale 8. I can't really say too much more about it in praise for it. It has 1800 attack, it's level 4, it's a really good card. Triple Denko Sekka. Didn't play this in the last build, but because of the cut down of spells and traps in this deck, Triple Denko is really good and just allows those OTKs to come out so nicely. Triple Insight Magician. This guy is also amazing, level 4, being able to set your other magicians directly from your deck while getting this guy face up in your extra deck. So you can just bring him back for your Mad Rank 4 plays. Really good, and I love this card so much. A Creation Magician, or I believe Synthesis Magician in the TCG. I played this at 2 before, just not as good. I don't like it as much at 2 in this build. I've cut it down to 1. Maybe eventually I might cut it out completely, but I still think, although very situational, being able to go into Odd Eyes Rebellion with this card is fairly good, I think. Especially for those, like, you know, second turn, third, fourth turn, whatever. If the game state hasn't progressed too far, and you can just go into Odd Eyes Rebellion OTK, that's really good, I think. Again, situational. You can probably cut it out if you want, but I like it at 1. Double Eccentric Archfiend. This is basically our MST of the deck, or it can pop a monster on the field, which is really good. And I often also use it for Skyark's effect or Pendulum Calls effect as fodder for those cards. Triple Noble Dragon Magician. It's our tuner monster, so we have to run that. Then onto the spells, we have Raigeki. Triple Pendulum Call. This card is really, really good. So the thing with this card is that you can't activate it if you've already activated a Magician Pendulum monster effect earlier this turn, but you can activate Magician Pendulum effects after you've activated this card. On top of that, being able to add 2 Magician Pendulum monsters from your deck to your hand is again really strong, and Magician cards in your Pendulum Zone not being able to be destroyed by your opponent's card effects is also really strong. So basically, this card's just a really powerful search card for the deck. Otherwise Fusion, important thing though that makes this card worth running in my opinion is the part where it says if your opponent controls 2 or more monsters and you control no monsters, you can also use up to 2 odd eyes monsters from your extra deck as fusion materials. Now what I didn't realise at first for some reason is that it doesn't state that those monsters have to be face up. So you can use your Odd Eyes Synchro monster, your Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon as a pendulum monster even if you need to. It's really good. You can just send like Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon, Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon as fusion materials, bring out Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. A pretty good fusion effect if you ask me, and that's why I really think this card is worth running at 2. You could probably cut it out and run an extra Mammoth or something, but I definitely would keep this card at 2. Triple Skyark, the field spell card, the amazing field spell card this deck's gotten. It prevents your Magician, Entermate, and Odd Eyes cards in your Pendulum zones from being targeted by your opponent's card effects. And then its other effect is you can target a face-up card you control, destroy it, and then if you do, add an Odd Eyes card from your deck to your hand. Odd Eyes are just getting some amazing support with this new structure deck, and I think that this card is definitely an example of how good the deck can potentially be, especially if it were to continue getting more support like this, which it very well might due to the anime, but Skyark is definitely worth playing at 3. Then we play a Galaxy Cyclone, just because I wasn't sure what card to play in the last slot of the deck. Galaxy Cyclones, more often than not, I use it to actually pop my Pendulum cards after it goes to the grave, so I can set something else there. Onto the extra deck now, Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. So basically, when it's special summon, so not fusion summon, just special summon, you can target one face-up attack position monster your opponent controls and return it to the hand. Already a good effect. But then its second effect is, when a monster effect or spell or trap card is activated, except this card, you can shuffle one face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck into your deck, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So you get this once per turn negation effect there, as well as being able to bounce a monster. Then we play Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. At first I wasn't super keen on this card, I really only used it for absolute plays, but that's because I forgot its second effect, which was your opponent cannot activate monster effects during the battle phase. So that basically shits on like the Necros Valkyrus plays, Burning Abyss, Shadows. It's really good, and it's not just when this card attacks, it's just in general they can't do it, so they can't use an Honest or Battle Fader. It's a really good card, it's really worth running, and it comes out a lot more now that I've actually remembered that effect exists. Double Clearwing, it's still pretty strong, no reason not to run it. Double, and I'm going to call it by its proper name, the Supreme King Black Dragon, Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon. It's weird, I don't like names like Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, I think that's too long to say, but for some reason I can't get enough of a name like the Supreme King Black Dragon, Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon. But I digress. This card is, I've mostly found myself using it for fusion with Odd Eyes Fusion. You can summon it with Odd Eyes Absolute's effect, and you can bring it out. You can bring it out fairly easily the regular way with 2 level 7s. You can also bring it out the other way using a rank 7 monster as Xyz material and get its effect. You can come out quite a lot in this deck, so I think it's definitely worth running it too, especially for all of those, especially just because of how versatile it can be and the ways you can use it and bring it out. Double Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. This card gets trash talked a lot, but I actually like it a lot in this deck. Its effect that is when it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon an Odd Eyes monster from your extra deck except Absolute Dragon. Means you can bring out that 3k beatstick Supreme King Dragon, the other Odd Eyes cards, Vortex and Meteor Burst, which get their effects when they're special summoned, not fusion or synchro summoned. And its other effect that lets you negate attacks is pretty good, and then you can special summon Odd Eyes from your hand or graveyard. Lets you bring back those Odd Eyes you might have used as material for it or other cards, or the Sabers or regular Odd Eyes. I think it's worth running now at 2. Maybe you could cut it down to 1 if you wanted to, but because I feel I've built this deck to be as Odd Eyes Magician as possible, I run 2 and I plan on keeping it like that for the near future. Next up is Big Eye. We play S39, Utopia the Lightning, Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, Utopia, and Castell. So thank you guys for watching this deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. Because this, I believe, will be the last deck profile to go up, maybe second last, I'm not sure, I would like to take this time to just give you guys a couple of updates and an explanation on what has been going on with my channel lately. So for some reason our internet's been playing up a lot, and we've just been getting worse upload speeds and download speeds than usual. And our upload, well, we have a good download speed usually. Our upload speed is pretty abysmal usually, and it took a very long time just to upload pretty much any Tag Force special video or any longer or bigger file video like that. So it's gotten even worse lately for some reason. It happens randomly and sporadically. That's why I was able to upload those Jack Atlas still videos. But it seems to have sort of... it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon, so I can't promise I'll go back to doing Tag Force special videos anytime until then. That's also the reason why I don't do tag duels in Tag Force special, is because the file size just gets, it's usually at least double what the regular file size would be. And that takes enough to upload, and plus, these abysmal download speeds we're getting, it just makes it... I can't really do it. It'll take too long, and my computer basically doesn't let me do anything else while I upload. So that's out for now. As for upcoming duel videos, I don't really have too much planned out. I plan to do a Raid Raptors, or an updated Raid Raptors video, I suppose. Now they actually have cards for them, unlike the Shun duel video I did. And I plan to profile that. I'd like to try Aqua Actress, but I'm not sure if I will. If anyone has any example builds or plays for that deck, if they could let me know of them, or show me whatever, that'd be great, because I'm just not sure what I want to do with that deck at all. But otherwise, I don't have too many other plans at the moment. Maybe some DDD deck or something. But if you guys have anything you'd like to see, just go ahead and let me know. I'd be more than happy to try and throw together that deck, or do a dual video, profile of it, whatever you'd like. Try and keep the Tag Force special request to a minimum for now. You can request if you want, but I can't promise I'll get to it anytime soon. And I also can't promise that the older requests will be gotten to at all. I don't want to say I'll never do them, but it's come so far that I feel like a lot of people probably don't even remember they made those requests. And with these upload speeds and that, it's just I don't know, maybe in the future I'll get back to doing those requests, but if I do start doing them, it's probably going to be a fresh batch of videos with requests you can make or whatever. So thank you guys for that. If there's anything else you'd like to see, though, comment, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm interested in doing more Battle Spirit stuff, but I don't think you guys really want to see that too much, but I have really been getting into that game lately. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth has been taking up a lot of my time, so that's why a lot of videos haven't been being uploaded, and I have started playing New Leaf again, so that's also eating up quite a bit of my time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you can, subscribe to my channel, suggestions, improvements on the deck, leave them in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.